arboreal, which means they live in trees. And see this thing right there? That is a sloth. It's kind of hard to see from far away, but it's really tiny because it's a big tall tree. And that's a baby sloth hanging upside down. Sloths grip trees, branches with their long claws and hang upside down. That's a picture of a sloth, and that's a sloth, and that's a baby sloth. Algae grows on sloths' hair to hide them in the trees. And that's a picture of a sloth's fur. See how it's green? That's the algae that helps it blend into like the trees. They eat tough leaves. That's a sloth eating tough leaves. That's a sloth eating tough leaves. And that's just a sloth. I don't even know what that is a picture. Just a sloth. Sloths can't walk on the ground. Their back legs are too weak. That's a picture of that. That's a picture of a sloth. And that's a picture of a sloth hanging in a branch. And that shows the claws pretty bad. Sloths are related to the anteater and armadillo. They are the size of a small dog. And that's what I colored in. And that's the sloth right there. Sloths are the slowest land mammal. They move 6 feet per minute. Sloths sleep for 10 hours each day. Those are pictures of that sloth. And I think that's a sloth. That's a sloth. And that's a sloth. And that's a sloth sleeping upside down with his tongue sticking out. Most mammals have 7 vertebrae. The two-toed sloth has 6 vertebrae. The three-toed sloth has 9 vertebrae. A sloth's temperature is around 93 degrees. A human's temperature is around 98 degrees. That's a sloth and a baby. That's a mommy sloth and a baby. I think that's the baby sloth's leg. And that's a sloth holding on to a branch. This has no words. That's a baby sloth holding onto somebody's hand at the beach. You can see. and that's a baby sloth trying to get up onto a box. And I'm guessing this baby sloth is hanging on in a cage, I'm guessing, or on fence. And this is another extra picture. I have no idea what I'm doing this stuff. And that's it. These are sloth claws. You have to be very careful with people's eyes with the ends of these. Well, and you can, and these sloth claws, you put your hand in like this, and you grab onto something, and then this is a sloth claw. That's a sloth claw. And you be very careful with people's eyes with these. And that's it.
Are you ready for compliments and questions?
Can you pass those around?
Let's do it when we're sitting in a circle. And we're not so
Yeah,
close together.
well, I'm just gonna pass around one of these. One of these, I made like from sewing machine and half sewing machine, and then one of them was like we flipped them over and we sewed it for my mom's sewing stuff. And she used to sew a lot when she was little. And you bought these at the Halloween section in Target, these little claws. And we cut these like little buttons, and then we pushed these, and then we pushed the claw through, and then these, and then we pushed them through these little holes right here, and that's how we made them.
Compliments, questions. You said a new word for me. That's a new vocabulary word that I'm excited about. An animal that only lives in a tree is called what?
It's arboreal.
Arboreal?
Arboreal.
Arboreal. I don't know if I've ever heard that word.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. Thank you. Questions? Compliments?
It's in my report. You did a really good job.
Oh my goodness.
I thought you did a really good job. I thought that you did a really super duper job. Ben, I think you did a really good job. What does arboreal? Oh no, wait, never mind. Find out. I think you did a really good job in your report.
Kurt has a question.
Why did you bring the bag to put those in if you could just carry them? Well, in your hand? Well, we wanted it to be kind of like a surprise for the end of the report, so we put them in the bag. That's why we put them in the bag.